Hey folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. I've got a gift request from Eliyahs Romans. So Eliyahs, shout out to you, my friend. Thank you for this gift. Jan Howard's song, My Son. I don't know it. You wanted the Country Family Reunion rendition or version, which I got. So those don't get blocked. I love that. Like some channels get blocked. VEVO almost always does, but CFR does not. As far as I recall, I don't think anything has ever been blocked. So let's see. I don't think I've done anything by Jan Howard. Let me see. Oh, I did Bill Anderson and Jan Howard. I Know You're Married, But I Still Love You. That was a while ago. And that's it. That's the only exposure I've had to Jan Howard. So let's see what we've got here. My Son. Here we... Oh, there's the sheriff.
My son, I pray that you come home to me.
Is he a soldier?
My son, my son. It seems only yesterday the most important thing on your mind was whether you make the baseball team or get the school jacket like all the other kids had. And I remember you were so excited to get your very first rod and reel for that big fishing trip, just you and your dad.
Yeah.
And I remember wiping the tears away when you hurt yourself on your sled. In those days, it seemed the house was always filled with laughter and joy, filled with your friends.
Is this a true story? Like, did she write, is this the account of her life? And maybe we're going to find out.
And they were such good boys. I remember the day that you walked down the aisle to receive that all-important diploma.
Yeah.
I was so proud, but I couldn't believe that tall young man was actually my son, my wonderful son. And I remember the little girl was already around, kind of tagging after you. She's still around, but who knows? Maybe someday. And then came the call that I guess we knew would come someday. But it came so quick, and now you're so very far away. In a land that until a short time ago I didn't even know was there.
Yeah.
I know the time will pass and you'll be home again. But until that time, my darling, take care. Take special care.
Yeah.
My son, I pray that you come home.
I got goosebumps.
My son, my son. Thank you.
That has to be a true story. Is that Joey Feek? I'm not rating that because there's no way, from my experience in life and reacting, that is not her story, because the folks would not have reacted that way. There are songs that are very touching and moving and hit you in the heart, but when it's a true story, it gets the big timers going too, and they were. You know, Eliyahs, I'm recording this on December 3rd. I have a mind to post this on December 7th, you know, in honor of Pearl Harbor Day, because that kicked things off in World War II for the U.S. But this is one of these songs where just as a parent, when you have a soldier, that's all you want. You want them to come home. That's step one, physically intact, but you want them mentally and emotionally intact. No matter where your kid goes, though, and people who have kids who move across the country, and they're not in your neck of the woods any longer. It's very hard, but soldiers are different because they may not come home. They might get that assignment in some dangerous part of the world. Anyway, so I'm not rating that song. I'm just going to leave that one be. I don't know. Maybe I'll put that up today on December 3rd because that's when you requested it. So anyhow, I think that's what I'm going to do. But that is partly what went through my mind during it. Her voice, it isn't even about her voice. It's like Johnny Cash when he sang Hurt. Because he was older, that hit differently. It's just when an older person with all the decades behind them sing, you realize their heart is the same as yours when you were a kid. It doesn't change. And you realize we're helpless against the onslaught of the challenges in this world. Not totally helpless. I mean, make good decisions and you'll live better or longer or something, some variations of those qualities and quantities. But in something like this, it's just different. When it's more poignant when an older person with their well-earned wrinkles on their face and the quivers in their voices, and when they present it, it's just different. So, all right, guys, that's going in my unrated playlist. Just songs that I didn't feel justified or proper rating. And so I'm going to leave it at that. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.
My son, my son.